just give me a chance to get there. They like, nah, I want it now. I want my, I want my stuff now, right now. I'm like, wow, I ain't got nothing for you right now. All I got for you right now is a vision. All I have for you right now is a calling, is a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation. I just got that type stuff. You know what I'm saying? I have that type of stuff. I have, that the fact that, the universe told me to open this laptop and talk to the minds of the people. I got that part of it. You know what I'm saying? But as far as me having all of the resources that I need in order to bless you with a couple of thighs and just to go ahead on and just hook my whole situation up and coordinate all my, all my social medias and put them all, I need a virtual assistant. But maybe I need a virtual assistant. But I still need to talk to her and say, hey, look, this is what I need. And just do it like that. I don't know. Y'all know I don't know. Y'all know I'm just vibing out. Y'all know I'm unscripted. I don't have a major storyline. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I don't put on no front. I don't have no reason to, you know what I'm saying? I hit that go live button. And sometimes I got to get ready in the midst of going live. How about that? Sometimes I don't get my first, download about what he would have me to say to y'all until I hit live. And then so for whatever reason, as soon as I hit that thing that say go live, then all of a sudden everything start to flow. I can't explain that. Hey, look, I'll never be able to explain that. I ain't trying to. Y'all leave me low. You know what I'm saying? Let me live. You feel me? Let me just vibe all the way out. Like artists. Artists do that. Artists can vibe out. I got a brother right now around me that's creating art. And I'm so proud of his brother. You know what I'm saying? He go in his garage, I guess, and he start creating these big old paintings of art. It's abstract art. And so it don't have really no meaning. He just let his creative juices flow to the point that he just create. And I believe that sometime when we go through this thing called life, we have these outs. We have these outliers, if you will, that has abilities, you know what I'm saying, that some people can't just put a blank canvas down and just start to create on this canvas. And this canvas of life, we have a blank canvas. When we first came into this world, I think we were a blank slate. And then so all these things were thrown on us and compiled on us, you know what I'm saying, on this canvas of life. Each one of us have our own individualized canvas. We were empty slates when we first came into the diaspora as a baby. I think we were empty slates. And so all these things that we've established along the way is based on the environment. It's based on geographical location. It's based on genetics. It's based on our own internal data that we were, you know what I'm saying, downloaded with, you know what I'm saying, that we came in. You know, some people have been here before. I believe some people have been here before and came in twice before. That's why they come in with so much knowledge and what understanding and so much, they ain't scared about nothing. They just know, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know what I'm saying, I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist. And I'm here on assignment this morning to speak into the minds of the people. For no other reason will I be here but to speak into the minds of the people. And so what's up, my brother Rico? I'm going to have to call you back, man. I'm on live. Okay. All right, soldier. Okay. And so, yeah. And so at the same time, I apologize. And so at the same time, y'all know I be multitasking out here in these streets. Hey, look, don't. Hey, look, hey. Time out. You know what I'm saying? Let me handle my business. I keep telling you, I got so much stuff going. Hey, look, I got a lot going on. It's all good, baby. Let me live. Let me get it together. I don't have it together, but I have it together. How about that? I got it all the way together, and I still don't have it together. That I love it. Listen, that's a part of life. That's a part of living. Stop acting like everything got to be perfect. Stop acting like everything got to be perfect for you. Oh, I gotta, and then you let people box you into a suit and a tie. Like I just when I came out the room, out my office this morning, I said, "Can I put on a tie?" Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want y'all to be boxed in and every time y'all see me, I got a suit and tie on. You know what I'm saying? I got a collar shirt on, looking all deep and profile. Nah, see me how it really is out here. You know what I'm saying? This is how sometimes I flow. I flow. It's hoodie season. Let me live. It's hoodie season. You feel me? It's cold out there right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where y'all at. I'm in the A, but at the same time, yeah, it's kind of cool out there this morning. So, so I just came by briefly this morning to take care of the business. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know I had mentioned a couple of my brothers, and I call these my brothers because they don't even know right now. They my brothers. But look, I'm adopting them as my brother. I'm being adopted into the family of brotherhood out here because we got the same mind and we on the same frequency and we on the same vibration in the earth. Man, listen, Mr. Perry, I don't know, soldier. I like you, man. Your spirit is I can connect with it, man. And Mr. Smiley, I like you too, soldier. I can connect with your spirit, man, because y'all be talking some stuff out your heart. Another person who I'm vibing with too, lately, and he was born on my same birthday. I got two brothers out there in the space of the matter that was born September 25th. I'm gonna share with y'all. I got, I think I might be a little older. Yeah, Shan, so they came after me. Yes, but it's all good. Old Will Smith, my brother. If you ever get a chance to see my lives, if you ever get a chance to see, you know what I'm saying, I honor you too, soldier, in your efforts and your energy, my brother. So people would judge you according to what all the stuff that they might think they know about you and all that, soldier. But it's something about that September 25th, baby. We just different. You know what I'm saying? We're just different. We're just different human beings in the earth. You know what I'm saying? And so I honor, Will Smith, you know what I'm saying? He was born September 25th, 1968, a year exactly after me. You know what I'm saying? I was born in 67. And then another brother that's born on, and then I know every time he speak from his high intellectual, construct in the earth. I like to hear him speak too. And OTI. Yeah, every time he talk, every time I hear a commercial with his voice, he's always talking like omniscient and he was talking omnipresent, everything at the same. So he got a little Christian oriented values that he got some grandpa, them values too that was brought in through the earth too. You know what I'm saying with Ti, man. So one time for Ti, my brother, if you ever get an opportunity to hear my lies, man, just know I'm connected to these brothers out here, man, through whatever means necessary. I don't care what they did. I don't care how people view them. I don't care what people have in the, listen, man, if you born on September 25th, I rock with you. Straight up. And that's just how it's gonna go. I think he was born in the 80s though. T.I., you were born in the 80s, my brother, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, you can't cross my pathway, you know what I'm saying, as far as the frequency, you know what I'm saying. I always hear you speak, and I like the way you come from your educated academic perspective. And so yeah, one time for Ti too, my brother. So Will Smith, Ti, September 25th, like myself, and then all these other brothers that just coming and we all coming together. EYL, Earn Your Leisure, 19 Keys. One time for you, my brother. One time for Yaki Awaken. He coming with the whole molecular level of breaking down this whole body on a molecular level and just coming through the scene with that. And you know what I'm saying? And all of us have our part and our say so in the matter. And so that's a beautiful thing to be in. It's a beautiful space to be in at this very juncture of life. You know what I'm saying? For me. And so let me digress from that for a second, and let me tell y'all what happened. So yesterday after I got off my live. I got off my session. It was a good, we had a good session in here yesterday. Remember? Y'all remember what the session was? I already forgot, so don't make me go back to it. But anyway, that was a good session, yesterday. And so at the same time, I went to go iron a shirt yesterday. I went to go iron a shirt, like this hoodie. It wasn't a shirt, it was like a hoodie that I was gonna put over my shirt. And it had a bleach stain. Wasn't it wasn't. It was a blue shirt, but it wasn't a like perfectly white bleach stain. It was like a faded bleach stain, but bleach hadn't touched it and was rubbed on it, and so it kind of faded into it kind of faded into the stain, into the blue. And so, but you could still see if you hold it back far enough, you could still see the bleach stain on it, but it wasn't like real solid. So I probably could have got away with it, right? And I did. And at the same time, the universe, I was sitting there ironing my hoodie yesterday after I got off my live to get prepared for, to get out here and take care of the other business. And at the same time, when I seen that stain, it kind of threw me a little bit. I'm like, wow, I forgot that stain was there. But I still wanted to wear this same blue hoodie. So I said, let me just iron this thing out. I'm going to do it. So the universe said, put it on. Just like that. He said, still put it on. And so, once I get my confirmation, like I'm bigger than that stain, so I don't care about no stain. I don't care about, I'll rock a pair of dirty shoes if I have to, because I'm still solid within myself of who I am as an individual in this earth, right? And so as I went to iron over the stain, after I ironed that shirt, that hoodie, and that stain was right there in the front, right here on the left side. I should have brought, I think I took a picture of it. To show y'all that, I just took a picture of the stain because it wasn't that bad, but it still was viewable. It still was, you could still see, so you could still see the stain. And so, oh, here it is right here. Hey, look, can y'all see this stain right here? Y'all see it? Can you see it? See that stain? Oh Lord, you can't, bro. You can't. You don't see that stain? See that little bleach stain right there? Y'all see the little bleach stain on that shirt? It's a hoodie. Anyway, I took it, but it was at the bottom, left side of the shirt. So it didn't really do nothing. But as I finished ironing the shirt, and as I was just going through my daily activity, what I do when I'm not on, the universe said something to me. He gave me a message. And so at the same time, I want to share this with every individual I just called, the names I just called, this message, not only for myself, but it's for y'all as well, man. And he said that it's the stain in their own eyes that caused them to view you from that perspective. Ooh-wee. Y'all got to give me a time. Give me a little time to work this here right here for a second now. I said, give me some time to work it. Follow me through this whole construct. Because I'm here for no other reason but to deliver. So I'm delivering a word right now to the minds of the people. Tell them to be careful about the considerations that we have when it comes down to taking into consideration everything a person safe to you or about you, and you read it on your lives, and it's gonna be some kind of trolls. It's gonna be people that's always gonna have some jabs, like how Mr. Smiley said that the lady was trying to take a jab at him based on, what I'm saying, oh, don't forget the small people, don't forget what you came from, and always try to make you feel guilty about your success in the earth. And he told me to tell the people through that stain that was on my shirt, he said, it's the stain in their own eyes, ooh, that caused them to view you from that perspective. Because so sometimes people is going to view you according to their own stain. Stain in their own eyes. If their eyes is stained as it pertains to you, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter how you do it, if a person is going to look through the lens of a stained viewpoint in your direction, towards you, at you, and they're looking from a stained lens that's all over their eyes is stained, then it was the reason that they saw you in the present of the perspective by which they viewed you was through that stained lens. So no matter how good you are in the earth, it don't matter how good you are. You could be the best you can possibly ever be. And a person, and you know in that situation, you put your best foot forward. You did everything that they asked you to do and more, over and beyond. And at the same time, they still viewed you as if you didn't do enough. Ooh-wee. I say they still gonna view you as if you didn't do enough. And it was through their view and they flawed, stained perspective that they viewed you out the lens and caused you to look like as if it was you that didn't do enough when you know you did all that you could. You did it all. You went down and got them. They made a phone call and asked you to do something and said that they're at their wits' end and they needed your help. And they made the phone call to you, and you went and got them out their position, out the position by which they were in, whether it was through finances, whether it was through an actual drive down and go pick this person up and got them in your possession, in your hands, and as long as you know they was with you, then they're gonna be okay. You did what you were supposed to do. Everything they asked you to do, you did it. And at the end of the day, they still feel like you didn't do enough. Ooh-wee. Ungrateful individuals. Not great, they don't have gratitude towards anything that you did. And then they'll try to turn the tables on you and make it look like as if, you know what I'm saying, like they're entitled and you should have done it. When you know you didn't have to do it, even as a parent. You don't have to do it. Certain parent would say, figure it out on your own. So you 30 something, you're 40 something, you're 50 something years old. Figure it out on your own. But that person, that pricking of your heart, and you made, and you knew you shouldn't, you didn't have to do it, but you still did it anyway. And you did that. And then they turned around months later and looked at it as if, and got on their feet off of your gesture of coming to get them and bringing them back into your situation and giving them what they needed in order to catapult and propel them into a new dimension of financial well-being, of thought capacity, you brought all these things to them. You brought all these things to them. And at the same time, they turn around and look at you like, not if they came up and got on their feet, they turn around and look at you like, what you did for me. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Woe unto the ungrateful individuals in the earth. I say, woe unto the ungrateful people in the earth. Don't forget. Don't forget. And so I'm here this morning to tell individuals under the sound of my voice, it's the stain in them folk eyes, y'all, that caused them to view you from that perspective. It was a stain in their own eye. When they looked in your direction, it wasn't even about you. They was looking through a stained lens at you. And so they viewed you out that stainless. So their stuff was already stained before they even came into your presence. Ooh-wee. And so I'm here this morning. I'm here because it was from that stained lens, which they viewed you out of, that caused them to come to the result that they came to in their own head, in their own mind, in their own stained conscientiousness, in their own stained awareness, in their own stained well-being. That stain was from an acidic side of thought. Did you hear me? I say the stain that they viewed you from was from the acidic side of thought. It wasn't from the alkaline side of their conscientiousness. Yeah, it was from the acidic side. And then they waited until they got all the way up in your situation, that you allowed them in and helped them through and sacrificed your financial capacity in order to bring them to the point where they need to be with you. And then they'll turn around and look at you as if you don't, you know what I'm saying, you didn't do, you know what I'm saying, like you did absolutely nothing for them. And so now I'm here this morning. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist. I'm your health conscious coach. I'm your intellectual content creator. I create intellectual content. At least I try to. You know what I'm saying? I am your podcast professor. And I am here on assignment to tell you, don't be too concerned about these individuals. Because I promise you, it was through that stained lens they viewed you through that caused them to come to the result or the conclusion by which they came to. But it was through that stained lens. So it has no validity. It has no valid. They didn't look at you from a pure, clear, clarified lens. They didn't look at you like that, though. It was a stained lens all over their membrane. So when they viewed you through their stained concepts and their stained narratives and their stained ideologies about you. So be careful. Never let them see you sweat. That had nothing to do with me, soldier. How you viewed me had nothing to do with me. That had everything to do with that stain in your eye towards me. Ooh-wee. And so I'm here. I'm here this morning. Blessed and highly favored. Like how Mr. Smiley say, you don't pay no bills around here. You ain't cut no green grass. You don't cut nothing around here. You know what I'm saying? You ain't take care of none of my vehicles. You ain't, even as if you want to come and borrow one of my cars, and at the same time, you ain't even came a couple days early and say, can I wash your car first, then ask for it? Be a contributing factor in life towards people before you even ask them for anything. Contribute something into that person's life before you just come here with your stained viewpoint and then start trying to point fingers after you knew that same thing about me before you even came and got in my vehicle, sir. Ma'am, you knew what you knew about me before you even came and asked me for anything, but then you gonna ask me for it, and then I gave it to you, and then you turn back around and say, oh, you did that. Nah, man, they ain't right. They ain't right, my brother. How you did that wasn't right, sis. Sis, that wasn't right. Don't look at people through your stained lens and then at the same time act like they supposed to do something for you when you looking at it through a stained viewpoint, a stained perspective. Yeah. And I can't even tell you to clean the stain off before you see me. Just keep that stain on your eye about me and move on through life. Did you hear me? I said, keep that same stained viewpoint about you, about me, about him, about her. Keep that same viewpoint and just move on with life then. I ain't gonna sit here with no Windex and try to clean the stain off your eye about me. That's your perspective. That's your view. It's stained. And so the universe told me to tell somebody on the sound of my voice. It was the stain in their own eyes, that caused them to view you from that perspective. Had nothing to do with you, soldier. Ma'am, it ain't had nothing to do with you. Sis, hey, bro, it ain't had nothing to do with you. Man, I promise you, these people crazy out here in these streets. Woo-wee! Hey, these folk crazy out here. These folk crazy, man. It ain't have nothing to do with you. It was all through their own eyes, man, that they viewed you through that stain in their eye. It could be a stain of jealousy. It could be a stain of uneasiness that you make. Some people can't even stand my voice. Some people can't even stand my. They gotta turn the channel. Turn the channel. It's all good over here in the neighborhood. I'm on assignment. And as long as he's satisfied with me, I don't owe nobody nothing. I think the universe has the most appropriate viewpoint of you. I think that's who we should be honoring. Because people are people, nothing more, nothing less. They're people with flaws and failures and frailties. They're feeble. They might be failures in life. And they'll look at you through a failed, stained window glass and then look at you and you got all your success, all your glory, all your honor, all your privilege, all your opportunity, all your advancement. You done came out to projects in Alabama somewhere. You feel me? I done came from down the street from some projects called the Poking Beans in Miami. I was never raised in the beans, but I was raised around. I could walk from 47, 46, all the way up to 62nd and go from 7th Avenue to 12th, and I'll be in the beans. Yeah. So at the same time, we ain't forgot where we came from, sir. Ma'am, we didn't forget where we came from. We know where we at, and we know where we done came from and came to. So don't start using those type of concepts and narratives to try to make people feel bad about where they are in life because we made some appropriate decisions. Not every decision that we've ever made was perfect. Not every decision that we've ever made was on task. You feel me? We've made some inappropriate decisions throughout this thing called life, just like you have. Ain't nothing perfection out here. Ain't no perfection out here. Ain't nothing perfect out here. You ain't perfect. But one thing that we can do is we don't have to look through a stained lens at this world. And this world, we don't have to look through a stained lens. That's by choice. And if you feel that way about me, son, I say, sir, if you feel that way about me, ma'am, if you feel that way, sis, hey, bro, if you feel that way because you're looking through a stained lens of viewpoint towards me, then move on. It's okay. Everybody ain't designed to be in your presence for, it's a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And what we mess up at is because we'll take people that's might be our offspring and try to put them in a lifetime category, and it's not so. Because what I'm discovering, even about your offspring, about your siblings, about your immediate family, they'll cross you too. Ooh-wee. I said your immediate family will cross you. Yes, they will. I done seen it. Them folk will make you tell on folk just to get you basically about 40, 50 years now. You ain't getting out no more. They'll make you tell on your mama. They'll make your mama tell on your son, on her son. Yep. And so this morning I'm here. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist. I'm here to provoke thoughts in the earth. Cause your mind to come into alignment. If I can help remove your stain of vision and then look from a more clear perspective, maybe it's gonna take some time. Maybe time has to elapse before you can view. Maybe I'll be in my casket already before you even see it, son. Yeah, it's all good. Be encouraged. Be enlightened. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Ooh-wee. I say transform your mind, sir. Give people a clean slate. Get out your bitter perspective. You all bitter all up and then want to act like you want to judge me according to your bitterness. It's the bitter perspective by which you viewed me, son. Sir, it was the bitter perspective by which you viewed through that stained lens that caused these people to try to make you feel bad about how you do it. Do it how you do it. Remember he told us that the other day? Remember he told us a few sessions ago. Do it how you do it. You're the only fingerprint in the earth that can do it your way. There's no other fingerprint that has came before you, is during you, or even after you. That's a miracle within itself. Not one of us have ever had the same fingerprint. Come on now. Out of these billions of people in the earth, from the 1500, 1600, 1700, 1800, 1900, 2000. Come on now. And so do it how you do it, my brothers. Will, you did it how you did it, man. And you continue to do it how you do it, man. That's one thing about Libras. That's one thing about balance. We have balance. But when we done push and you keep pushing people to the edge, especially a Libra, our scales tilt. And that's what happened to my brother. His scale tilted that night. That's what happened. And we're the only zodiac in the diaspora that doesn't have blood running through us. Ooh-wee. I said we are the only zodiac in the diaspora, Libras are, that don't have any blood running through us. Ooh-wee. I hope y'all understand what I mean. Because at the same time, every other zodiac that I'm taking into consideration now, as a therapist, I got to take zodiacs into consideration. When the universe told me, he said, tell them all of it is a part of it. Don't deny any part of the diaspora, man. If you deny it, when it comes time for you to put your puzzle of life together and your pieces coming, you're going to be missing pieces because you done took some pieces out because that was a part of it, of the puzzle. Yes, so Libras are the only one in the diaspora that doesn't have blood. Everything else in the zodiac is an animal, a mammal, or a fish. Everything else is either an animal, a mammal, or a fish. You go figure it out for yourself. Go through the whole zodiac and see. We're the only ones that doesn't have any blood attached to us. We're balanced in the earth. We're balanced in the earth. And we sit at 6 o'clock on the whole ring of things. We sit at 6 o'clock. And so one side of our scale is on this side of this side of the zodiac, and the other side of our scale is on that side of the zodiac. You got to tell me if that has any significance or not. I believe it does. I ain't went too deep into it yet, though. I'm just telling y'all that the universe told us that all of this stuff is a part of and connected to something else. And so we can't deny any part. And I know sometime in our Christian faith and oh, don't look at numbers, but he spoke through numbers. He said 6 days that I make heaven and earth. And the seventh day I rested. That was a number. That was a number. He spoke numbers right then when he said that. And it was significant because 6 is a number of man, and 7 is a number of completion. 8 is a number of new beginnings. And so at the same time, numbers have significance. So now I have to include birthdays, what time of day it was when you was born. That makes a difference, whether it was nighttime or daytime. That all makes a difference, y'all. How I woke up this morning at 8:48, y'all see what it said. 48, 8:48. Hey, y'all, leave me alone, man. Let me speak, man. I'm speaking to the minds of the people. Whatever it takes to get your attention, I'll do it. I'll say it, especially if it's real and it's right. Especially if he done gave me an assignment and say, tell him all of it is a part of it. Everything is connected to everything else. When he stood out into something, he stood out into nothing. And he said, let. There's a major combustible pressure in the earth because of his voice. And when he said, let there be, all that stuff on that little chart understood their assignment. Everything. It wasn't nothing on that chart that didn't understood their assignment, the master's voice. When he said, let, all of us say, he's speaking. He's speaking. And they all knew chromium, selenium, silicone, oxygen, hydrogen, carbon, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff knew their assignment. They knew exactly what they were supposed to design to do through his word saying let. And so at the same time, I'm here as an intellectual content creator. We got to connect the dots, y'all. I ain't finna sit here and be faking and flaws and just try to keep it in one diet. No, we finna go across the whole diaspora because the whole diaspora is relevant. It's relevant to the earth. Yeah. That solar system that's out there spinning around and going around and spinning, all that is relevant. You can't deny any of that part. Just like the sea, the ocean. You see what happens to them folk when they try to go past the point by which he would allow. It's systems in this earth already that you can't even go into. You can't even go past certain points in the earth, or it's gonna implode on you. Because he said, no, y'all, that ain't for y'all. That's not for y'all to see. That ain't for y'all to view. That ain't nothing. That happened. That, and it's some laws in this earth that we gotta have to abide by. The law of gravity, that stuff real. If you bring this up here like this here and drop it, that's real. That's the law. That's a whole law right there. Law of gravity, law of compensation, the law of reciprocity. All these are different laws, y'all. That's real in the earth. And so this big stuff, bigger than us. And so I'm here this morning to tell somebody, don't be concerned about how these people view you, man. Don't be overly concerned. We're going to be concerned because we're human. But don't be overly concerned about how these people view you. I'm telling you, man, they're looking from a stained lens in your direction, my brother. They'll never see you clearly. And it's okay. Let them view you from that stained lens of perspective by which they see you. Let them go with it. You just stand strong and stand grounded, my brother, how you did when you put your feet in the earth, my brother. When you had your bare foot in the earth, listen, I got to go and get re-grounded too. It's a stream in Lithonia that comes down through these mountains, come down through these rocks. It might be cold out there right now, though. I need to go put my feet on these rocks and get your feet grounded to the earth. That's your root chakra, is your grounding chakra. Google it for yourself. And when you go and put your feet in the sand or the dirt or the ocean, that's his spoken word. You're literally walking on his spoken word when you go to the shore of the earth where the water meet the sand and the sand meet the water. Because this power still, when he said let was not still in effect, then one would have overtaken the other. The water would have overtaken the land, or the land would have overtaken the water. So that's his power of his spoken word still relevant in the earth right now. When you walk on the shore, see? Connect the dots. I gotta connect the dots in here. If I'm gonna be if I'm gonna be a health conscious coach, I'm gonna have to connect the dots, y'all. I can't listen. Go put your feet in some green grass. Take your shoes and your socks up and rub a spot in the green grass and see how much better you feel, healthy wise. You're gonna feel good. Stop running from the rain. All people telling, go get your umbrella. Man, get up there, yeah. Get sprinkling outside. Take that umbrella out. Let that water hit your head. Let that rain water come from. That's his spoken word. He calls it the rain. Why are you gonna get sick from him? That don't even make sense to me. When people are, I'm gonna get sick because you got caught in the rain. Come on, man. You ain't got caught in that rain. That might have been a cleansing mechanism by which you got to change your viewpoint of it. That's a stained viewpoint. When you try to say that his stuff will hurt you. That's that same stain. That's a stained viewpoint. I think we should take our shoes and our socks off when it's raining outside. As long as it ain't thunder and lightning. But if it's raining outside, it's just coming down. Go stand out in the rain with your shirt off, soldier. Go stand out in that green grass and hold your hands out and just let it all wash away anything that was hindered or stagnate or prevent you from becoming the best version of yourself. Turn your mindset from the stained perspective of you to another beautiful perspective of you. And watch what it do for you. I am your health conscious coach. I'm your podcast professor. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, we got it all twisted. They've twisted our minds and gave us raincoats and umbrellas. Get wet. Maybe to cleanse you internally through his rain. Maybe it'd be a cleansing mechanism that transpire. We don't know. We always trying to hide from the sun, the S-U-N. How about the S-U-N is connected to the S-O-N? How about that's the same thing? Then what? How about he speak through his son? And we always try to get an umbrella out for the sun, or we always try to run from the sun and put shades behind the glass. Remember, he told me one day when I was coming down, my top down, he said, take that hat off, take them glasses off, and let the sun hit through the back of your eyes, through a closed eye. Let the sun hit the S-U-N. But I believe the S-U-N is connected somehow to the S-O-N. Ooh-wee. We ain't disconnected, y'all. I'm telling you, he said all of it is a part of it. Everything is a part of something else. Stop trying to that's what he divide and conquer. Let it all become one. That's where I'm at right now. And so I'm just here this morning. tell every individual under the sound of my voice, those stained eyes that they looked at you through had nothing to do with you. Did I hear you? Did you hear me? I said those stained viewpoints that them folk looked at you and viewed you through had nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with their own stain in their eye. Because what they viewed you as and what they viewed you from, the perspective you won't even operate in. That's so far from who you are as a person in the earth. That's crazy. And so this morning, I'm here on assignment. I say I'm here on assignment. And he said, tell him that it's the stained lens. It's a stained lens over their eyes. It's a stained lens over their eyes from which they view you, sis. I said it's a stained lens from which they viewed you that caused them to come to the result. And so I don't know if we have the correct Windex. I don't know if we have the correct bleach. I don't know if we have the correct sanitation properties that we can wipe their viewpoint clean of us. I don't think we have it. I think we're going to have to let them go with the stained viewpoint in their eyes towards you. And freely let them folk go out your life. Let them go. Get on, soldier. Son, you can step on. I'm going to have to love you from a distance, my brother. Because if you view me from a stained perspective after I done did the best I could to help you through your process, when you called, I said, give me a few weeks, and I went and did everything I could do for you, my brother. And then you come in, you get yourself together, and then you flip the script. You flip the script. I didn't flip. I stayed constant. It's just certain things in the earth that you're going to have to abide by when you're under somebody else's jurisdiction. That's just how it goes, soldier. I said, create your own space in the earth. I said, create your own space in the earth, my brother. Stop always being under somebody else's jurisdiction. Create your own. Grow up and create your own space, man. Especially when you want to come in and let your kahunas just swing all wide everywhere and just start throwing elbows everywhere like you own some stuff. You can't do that in everybody else's space. You got to humble yourself and be humble and just get yourself together until you could get your own. But don't come in doing what you did. You was wrong. You was wrong for that, soldier. Yeah, you was wrong, my brother. And then and then another thing that Mr. Smiley said, he said, soon as you check people, soon as you check them and you start putting those boundaries up for them to, hey, don't talk to me like that. Don't, approach me differently. Approach me with, hey, how you doing this morning? How's everything going? Before you just approach me, tell myself, can I take a picture with you? Man, what you said, soldier, was so substantial. Mr. Ricky Smiley, man. I promise you, soldier, what you said, man, it was so substantial, man. That hit home for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Be cordial. Be nice. Be attentive. Pay attention to your surroundings. When you're in a certain surrounding, you need to be able to check your aura and then adapt to the surroundings by which you're in at that moment. Don't come in so aggressively and then make people start looking at you differently. Because then the aura of the atmosphere is going to change because you came in with that aggressive nature, like you don't care, like you inconsiderate of somebody else's food, like you inconsiderate. You'll go in there and scrape somebody else's food and just cook out of a pan because you wanted the pan that you needed to put your food in. But you a guest in somebody else's home. You don't do that. A lot of things you did, soldier, was wrong, man, out the gate, off the rip. And sometimes I be believing that sometimes people need to go to prison. That's crazy that I believe that sometimes people need to go spend a year or two in the penitentiary. When you come back home, you'll know how to act differently because you'll understand etiquette, proper etiquette. That's the word, etiquette. Maybe I need to do a whole session on etiquette. That's a hard word to spell for some people. Etiquette, something like that, though. Quette or something like that, though. Y'all know I'm a wordsmith. But etiquette is a good word. And people need to know good home etiquette. Just good environmental etiquette. Just be etiquette. You just have some kind of etiquette about yourself. Just don't come in and run roughshod all over people and then step all across people's head and step all across and then don't say excuse me. You're gonna learn how to say excuse me up in here, sir. Ma'am, you're gonna know how to say excuse me. When you try to get past a little thing, say excuse me. Yeah, be have etiquette in that grocery store. You don't just go and push your buggy all across people and just don't say excuse me and walk through this thing called life with ease. No matter what you got going on. Yeah. And so I'm here this morning just to talk to the minds of the people. I'm here. I said I'm here this morning to talk to the minds of the people. Be nice. Be considerate. Have etiquette when you're in somebody else's home. Don't leave your shoes on the chair of the dining room. Why would you do that? Why would you put your shoes in the chair of the dining room? Shoes don't even go in a chair. And then leave them there as you go out of town. Why would you do that? Well, people, man. And then as soon as you check these people about stupid stuff like that, so why would you put your shoes in the chair? Shoes don't even go in a chair. Shoes don't go on the couch. Shoes go on the floor. You should know that. What is, boy? And then people get mad at you because you check them about inappropriate actions and behaviors that they exuded into your atmosphere that you're not used to. And you ask them, oh, do you really understood what you did? Or you just doing that junk just to get a response from the person by which you desire a response from? An inappropriate response. You're just trying to push that person's button. And so, Will, my brother, I see you got your button pushed, man. I see that your scale was tilted, soldier, and it's okay. Maybe you had to do that. Maybe that was a part of the whole construct by which you can release, and I understood it. I ain't agree or disagree. And in therapy, we don't have to agree or disagree. What psychology has done for me more than anything else, it made me a good listener. Having a psychology degree under my belt has made me a good listener. I promise you, I listen well. And I listen to the things that's not even being said. Ooh-wee. And stuff that people say, I hear it, but I don't really hear it. What I listen to is the things that they're not saying. That's what I hear better in therapy, in sessions, in psychological understandings. And so I hear, I see further than the tip of my eyes and the tip of my nose. These eyes that's in our heads are limited, sirs. Ma'ams, these eyes in our heads are limited. They're limited. But if you open your third eye, if you open your sixth chakra, if you open these internal eyes and see, then you'll understand better by and by. You remember that back in the we'll understand it better by. Y'all about to make me go to a hymn right now. Y'all make me go, how did thing go? It tell the story how we overcome. It tell the I can't remember. Never in the tell the story. We'll understand it better by and by. I can't remember. I can't get that song. That's Mother Britt. One time for Mother Britt, Mother Brown, Sister Hammett. One time for all these sisters that these mothers that were sisters, but they were my mothers. They were my great, 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 great grandmama, them mama friends who just spoke words. And I believe that I still stand on the prayers of these old women that were in my life as a kid. I was about 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. Mother Britt, Mother Brown, Sister Hammett. And I believe I still stand on the prayers of the shoulders of these women that covered me in prayer, that kept me. That's the only reason why I'm still here right now to this day, because of the prayers of these women, these and my ancestors. They were 80 and 90 years old when I was about 6 or 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm here this morning to tell somebody on the sound of my voice, it's the stain in their own eyes, my brother. Sis, no matter what you do, it's the stain in their own eyes. Hey, bro, don't overly concern yourself about these folk. It's the stain in their own eyes that caused them to view you from that perspective. That ain't even you. Ooh-wee. And they'll go around and flabbergast your name, you feel me? And make people start thinking that it was you when it was them that flipped it. They flipped the whole script in your presence. And you sat there and watched them flip. You remained the same. The same purity of your heart that you had in your heart when you first got the phone call. And you went and took care of business and brought them back and established them and established their footing. You the same brother. They flipped the script on you because you set boundaries, borders, and limitations about some things that they should not be doing. And you shouldn't even have to say that because they old enough to know better. But as soon as you set those boundaries, then all of a sudden they get all offended. They fluffle, they ruffle their feathers. They ruffle their feathers because they offended now. Because you set a boundary that they couldn't, a proverbial line in the sand. Don't cross this line, my brother. Close the toilet seat. Oh, I never close the toilet seat. I ain't never had to do that before. Man, soldier, I don't want to walk in the toilet. I don't want to walk in there and see the toilet seat open, man. We share this bathroom. Close the toilet seat. Oh, I don't think I'll ever be able to remember that because I ain't never had to do that before. That was the response. Help us, Lord. Help us, Father. What's wrong with these children out here in these streets, man? Why they feel so entitled? Why they feel so entitled, man? Why these children of these 80s and 90 babies feel so entitled? Have y'all ever asked y'all a question about y'all children? Why they feel so entitled? Like they, and one of them had a nerve to tell me, I didn't ask to be here. Did any of us ask to be here? No. We fought through billions of cells, billions of eggs in your mama, billions of cells from your daddy, and you just came. None of us asked to be here, soldier. None of us asked to be here, ma'am. Sir, you didn't ask to be here. Sis, you ain't wasn't asked to be here. It's just that it was your plight. It was your plight. You here now. Ain't no reason to question why you here. You might well make the best of the situation. I heard yesterday on the news, y'all know I don't really watch the news too much. And I heard yesterday how this dude um killed this girl and then turned the gun on himself. And I wish I could have talked to that brother. I really do. When I hear things like that, we don't know what happened. We don't know what led him down this path. All we know is he did it. And so what the questions I be having in the back of my mind, I'm like, we don't know that it could have been 2 and 3 years worth of just going down this path. And he finally found out or feel like that was the only way out of the pain. The enemy and the trick of the enemy can get you to believe that there's no light at the end of the tunnel. If the trick of the enemy could get you to believe that, you know what I'm saying, that it always will be this way, pain and suffering and distress and nothing would ever go right, then I think that is, you know, they feel as though that's a win for them. And for whatever reason, I always feel compassionate about people that killed themselves. Some people have the other side of the spectrum and say, oh, they should have never let, but I just have compassion for the person because it takes heart to do something like that. To kill yourself, it takes heart. Not on my watch, not here in the Hourglass Era. If you're struggling with suicidal thoughts, please contact me. Let me share with you. Contact me. I ain't even no expert in that. But I done talked several people off the ledge of life, of living. Before I even had degrees in psychology, I'd done that. Before I even had degrees in psychology, I've talked to people before and talked them out of suicidal thoughts. Be careful. Don't let the stained lens that you view this life out of cause you to kill yourself. That's a stained viewpoint, sis. Bruh, that's a stained viewpoint, my brother. Or try to kill somebody else. Or kill your child, kill the girl, and then kill yourself. So, I'm here, y'all, as your thought-provoking specialist, man. I'm here on assignment to talk to the minds of the people. I'm here. I wish I had it all together and I could just have, y'all, I could put my number out here on the live and then have y'all call me and just I ain't no expert. I just got a different viewpoint. I don't know. I have a different perspective of this thing called life. And so everybody see it differently. But when you look through a stained view or a stained perspective, then you're gonna have stained results. That's just a given. I say you look through life from a stained window, a stained glass. Anything stained is not going to show the correct vision, the correct amount of clarity. It's stained. And so you can't see clear. And so sometimes you might need people like myself, you know, people, health conscious coaches. Maybe you need a mentor. Maybe you need a counselor. Maybe you need a therapist. Maybe you need a psychologist. Maybe you need a psychiatrist. Even though I don't hold them in the same regard because they want to give you meds. But sometimes you might need medicine. If you're hallucinating and you hearing voices in your head, multiple voices, and they're telling you to do certain things, and then you controlling for the voice, and you're not doing the things that they tell you to do, but you still hear these repetitive voices in your head, you need to talk to somebody. Yeah, you need to, and you hear, and you hallucinating, yeah, you need to talk to somebody. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know everything. I don't know it all, but I know enough to know that it was a stain in your own eyes, soldier, from that got the result from the viewpoint of why you viewed me that way. It was a stained vision in your own eyes. It had nothing to do with me. That caused you to move the way you started moving. If you would have stayed consistent, we would have stayed consistent. If you would have stayed consistent, I have no other reason but to stay consistent. But I know how to love you from afar. I know how to keep you covered as my seed, as my child. I know how to keep you covered in the spirit realm. That's my best fights, is in the spirit. We're spiritual beings having a humanistic experience. So I know how to cover you in prayer. I know how to put you in the hands of the Father and let him deal with you accordingly. And I'll sit back and I'll watch him grow you up. I've done everything I had the ability to do. You switched. You switched. I saw it in you. You switched, my brother. I seen it with my own eyes. So nobody can't tell me nothing about how you did it. Only me and you know what you did. Uh-huh. You and I, we know how you started moving different. Got a little money in your pocket, got your little resources up, and you started changing. You started looking at things differently. When you was humbled, you was a different brother. But when you got your little, and started looking, you started doing stuff differently, soldier. You know what you did. So it's all good, my brother. I wish you well. As my child and as my seed, I wish you well. And I'm still got you covered. I ain't never going, you can never make me not cover you. But it was the stain in your own eye that caused you to view me from that perspective. That ain't even me. Ooh-wee. So I'm here this morning, y'all. I got to go, man. Listen, I got to get out of here, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all know I go all the way into a session like this here. Like I feel so much better. I see why the universe now say, just open up the laptop and talk to the mind of people, because you're gonna help yourself through the process. There ain't nobody perfect out here in the space. Ain't nobody perfect. And so we all flawed vessels, but vessels nonetheless. I said we're all flawed vessels. Ain't nobody whole out here in these streets. I fell off the top shelf long time ago, ma'am. Sir, I fell off the top shelf long. I'm a dented can. Even my external avatar is dented. Y'all see I walk with a lip. It's dented. I'm a dented can. But I can tell you one thing. Even in the midst of a canned good that fell off the top shelf, guess what? The contents is still good in that can. Did you hear me? I say the contents of the can, them string beans and corn, that's still good in the can. It's just the can that was warped. How do we straighten out a dented can? There's no way. There's no way. Unless you take it back to the manufacturer And we can't go back into our mother's womb. We dented out here in these streets. We walk with limps out here. We're feeble. We're fickle. Sometimes we even false. Ain't no truth. You're false. Truth got to be at the top side of the hourglass. False got to be at the bottom. Did you hear what I said? I say truth has to be at the top side of the hourglass. This has to be truth up here. Truth. If you operating in truth, this is it right here. If you operating in false, this is it. Right got to be up here. Wrong got to be down here. Wrong is lower vibrational, my brother. You got to get the right frame of mind about people, about situations, about circumstance. You got to come from the alkaline side of thought in order to operate from right. In order to operate from truth, you got to come from the right side of your conscientiousness, which is alkalinic. Down here is low vibrations. Up here is high. Up here is the lender. Here's the borrower. That's low vibration. And so we here this morning tell somebody in the sound of my voice, don't overly concern yourself about the stains by which they viewed you out of. Did you hear me? I said, don't overwhelm yourself about that, my brother. Move on. Stay grounded. Put your feet in the green grass. You know what I'm saying? Go stand out in the rain. The next time it rains, I'm going to go stand out up in it. Get drenched in the rain. Wash away anything that will hinder or stagnate or prevent you from becoming the best version of yourself that you can become. Did you hear me? I'm going to go stand out in the rain. Next time it rain, I promise you I don't run from it anyway. Y'all, anybody know me like, why you walking in that rain like that? I love it. I love the rain. I love rain, y'all. That's his spoken word in the earth. So I connect with it from a different perspective. You know, his sun, I don't run from the sun no more. In Miami, you be trying ducking in the dark from the sun. You be like, whoo, it's hot out here. Nah, I just go and receive it. Like, okay, maybe it's for the melanin in my skin to electrify. Maybe it's electrify through my skin, my voice will become stronger in the earth. Maybe that's how that works. I don't know. Maybe if you stand out in the rain, in the sun, maybe it'll electrify the melanin in your skin and cause your eyes to see better. All of it is connected. They tell you the shade from the sun, that might be stopping you from getting your electrolytes that you need in your body in order to make your liver run right. How about that? We don't know. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm here this morning. I am Kendrick B. Davis, Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist, and I'm on assignment this morning. As in every morning, from the time that he told me to open the laptop and talk to the minds of the people, I've been on assignment from that point on. And so I'm here this morning to tell somebody, don't allow the stain of their own eyes to cause them to view you and cause you to shift your dynamic according to their viewpoint of you. You stand strong. You stand aware. You stand awakened. You stand complete. You stand in your assignment. You stand secure. You stand stable. I need to keep going. You stay conscious. I need to keep going. You stay complete. You stay established in the earth. Ooh-wee. And watch. Close your natural eyes and open up your spiritual eye. I say close your natural eye and open up your internal eye. Eyes. And see, understand, and comprehend. I wish you nothing but the best, my brother. Son, I wish you nothing but the best. Nothing but his best is your portion. That's your birthright. The best. The best is your birthright, my brother. The best is your birthright, my sister. The best is yet to still come. Don't let the way these people viewed you from that same perspective cause you to lower your vibrations in the earth. Stay high. Make them come up the way you are. And hopefully by then, they'll reach clarity. Ooh-wee. Did you hear me? I said, hopefully by then, they will reach clarity of understanding of the true essence of who you are. And if they don't, it's okay. It's okay. Everybody ain't designed to like you. Everybody ain't designed to love you. Everybody is not designed to support you in your endeavors. That's why I'm asking the universe to send the support that I need from the people that just believe in my vision. Believe in what I've established so far in the earth is according to the knowledge and the wisdom by which he's told me to do it. If they see something in something that I'm saying and or doing, and the right person come into to help me, then guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna relinquish that perspective to them and let them help me. I promise you, when I come up, I promise you that I'll bring them with me. Everybody that had a hand in the blessing, everybody that had a hand in helping me to get to where I need to be, then guess what? I'll never turn back around and do to you what has been done to me. That ain't even my spirit. That ain't even my spirit to do that. And that's why I'm surprised that you can have an offspring, you can have a sibling, you have a person that was raised in the same house as you, and y'all have two different viewpoints about the same person. Your viewpoint might be saying, man, she didn't like me. I think she actually hated my guts. And the other person's viewpoint say, oh, she loved me. She loved the ground I walk on. That's remarkable that can happen that way. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I don't turn around. I stay true to this thing that I believe. I stay true to it. I don't flip the script because I came up. As a matter of fact, I'm always trying to bring people up where I am. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr. I am your thought-provoking specialist. I am your health conscious coach. I'm your intellectual content creator. I'm your podcast professor. Y'all be blessed this morning. Be brave. Be honest. Be disciplined. Be compassionate. Stand in right. Stand in the right frame of thought in your mind so that your eyes may be clear when you see the people. Y'all be blessed. I'll see y'all again tomorrow.